Hello and welcome to another Chronicle Chamber book review. I'm Ankit and today I'll be reviewing Shakti Comics from India's The Phantom issue number 3. Now before we begin, one thing we have to realize is Shakti takes these books out in two more languages, that is of Bengali and Hindi. However, I don't have those issues with them, so I'll be only reviewing the English one. They are basically the same, it's just a different language. Everything else, the design and all, is the same. So yeah, first of the things that you can notice is that they have changed the kind of presentation. From the previous few issues, you can see it was the artwork in this is issue 1 and 2. The art was throughout the book, while now they have this white strip at the top like a header with all the details, and they've also started adding the issue numbers and the name of the story being printed in the issue itself on the top of the cover. So yeah, the cover art is drawn by me and colored by Avishek Biswas. So yeah, and the story featured is A Detective with Crime, which is by Tony DePaul, and the art inside is by Paul Ryan. And going through the book, another interesting thing in their design is they have put the credits in Hindi, English and Bengali in all the books. It's very thing, and it also seems like they will be going ahead with this because this design is now consistent among the other two books they release at the same time, which is Mandrake and Flash Gordon. And so yeah, so this seems like a new design decision that they have taken, and maybe we can see it keep going. And I kind of like it because it gives a very unique look to their product, and so it kind of stands out, like, you know, it will become very instantly recognizable, and especially with the fact that, you know, the story name and the issue is clearly highlighted. Another thing is they actually have an ad at the back of the book, which is like something very new instead of their own ads which they are inside. So yeah, so the story is A Detective with Crime, which is by Tony DePaul and art by Paul Ryan. So as many those who know, this is a daily story, and it's a very unique one. And also this story follows up in two more stories, I guess, which I think they will be printing in the subsequent issues. So it will be like a long running storyline that way across two more issues, or whatever, considering the characters involved. I think there are 4 stories which actually involve the characters introduced here. So yeah, everything else is usual great quality. It's a very good faithful reproduction of the actual daily stories, and they are in the standard 4 panel a page format, and it's tight, and yeah, it's very usual. Now this book was solicited for March, but it has delayed to about April and all. That's because the Uttar Pradesh elections were going on, and so there was, like, the printers and all were definitely like burdened with a lot of work. And another thing is, since now they are printing the stories in like 1 story per book, and this is relatively standard, so this book is like about 36 pages. Yeah, and yeah, so that's about it. I look forward to the next few releases because I think the storyline will go through them. So yeah, that's about it. Happy phantoming.